Mabuhay! Ito po si Resty Santiago, ang inyong Filipino Astrologer.
Light up your world. Welcome to AstroLit.
Our topic for today is Mercury Retrograde, which will take place from June 18 to July 12. This is one of the most popular astrological phenomenon that we study. Even the media is already familiar with the Mercury Retrograde. So, what is Mercury Retrograde? For me, being an electional astrologer, the most important thing to remember is that we have to be very cautious when Mercury is retrograde. I would like to introduce these two acronyms, Retro-ICE and Retro-CER. Retro-ICE stands for those that we have to avoid during Mercury retrograde. I is for important, C is for complex, and E is for expensive. So if any of your activities, plans, or choices falls under that category, it's best to avoid those things during a Mercury retrograde period. Next is retro-CER. S stands for slowing down, I is for introspection, and R is for review. So that's the best things to do during Mercury retrograde periods. And speaking of review, I think this is a good time to recall the messages or the life and works of Jose Rizal, our national hero. Because right after retrograde, the following day, June 19, we will commemorate the 159th birthday of Dr. Jose Rizal. So, astrologically speaking, I think this is a good period because we are entering a new era, especially right after the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in December 2020. I think there will be some changes in the world. So, historically speaking, there will be some shift in the flow of history. So, it's important to learn some things from Jose Rizal. Here are some guidelines on how to introspect as we look back at the life and greatness and even the message of Dr. Jose Rizal. First is, let's ask ourselves, what did he fight for? And what are the similarities that may be happening in our world at this point in time. In terms of astrological symbolism, I think the Philippines sign is Pisces, especially during the colonial era. Jose Rizal, his sun sign is actually Gemini. So there's a difference or even some form of conflict between Gemini and Pisces. What are these? Pisces stands for mysticism, but it can also be superstition on the negative side. Pisces can also be religion, which on the negative side can manifest as being gullible. So Rizal, being Gemini, he presented ways to overcome the excess of Pisces. For superstition, he offered science, knowledge, and information or the truth in combating the excesses of this Piscean trait. With regards to religion, he also advocated science and logic. And being Gemini, he wrote a lot exposing the excesses of the friars. And he also advocated education for the Filipinos. And he also tried to fight the insolence or even the negative traits of the Filipinos. So I think it's an unfinished battle, what he started. So it's up to us to continue the change. He is simply not targeting a political independence. He also advocated the moral upliftment of the Filipino race. This project actually is an ongoing one called this Astro Hero, wherein I try to study the astrological charts of our heroes with respect to the Philippines chart. I hope that you've learned something. The heroism of Jose Rizal can be symbolized by two astrological signs. And in fact, these two are what we've discussed earlier. Because his sun sign is Gemini, he was a writer, a truth teller, a propagandist, and a novelist. The purpose of his work was to tell the truth about the state of the Philippines. But at the same time, he actually possessed the qualities of a Pisces. We're talking about the positive side, and this is about sacrifice. At some point in his life, Rizal went back to the Philippines because he thought that the battle is in the Philippines, and that at some point in his life, he decided to give his life for the country.